Hello guys, Slew Jerry speaking. Welcome to Bedtime Stories, episode number 200, where it was. And today we read you Dracula, featuring Mickey Mouse. So let's read it now, shall we? So we got for us Dracula, featuring Mickey Mouse. This is written by it has 40 stickers on them. Anyway, published by Studio Fun International. See here. Anyway, one gloomy night, Jonathan Maker, I'm not gonna say the N word, sorry about that, everyone. A young English lawyer arrived in the remote land of Pennsylvania. Okay, he has been sent to meet Count Dracula to sign important contract, but when Jonathan asked the driver to take him to the front of the castle, he was left with the middle of the road. Initially, Jonathan asked for directions, but the Papillons angrily told him to go away. Jesus. Well, even though that was just frightening and everything, so big on that. So, yeah. If you're wondering what that is, it's the M word, not the N word. That's just me. Next page. Anyway, Jonathan spotted a lady sleeping in the front of the little house. Excuse me, madam. Would you be able so kind to tell me who's Count Dracula lives? He asked. We don't speak the net name. Wow, she screamed. Jonathan realized that the Papillonians were not friendly at all. In the middle of the night, Jonathan finally found the castle. It was dark and creepy, surrounded by a gloomy patch of red peppers and skeletal trees. Wow. The door opened and the mistress shell appeared. Welcome, Mr. M. Yeah, that makes sense anyway. Sorry about that, everyone. Anyway, I've been expecting you to come in, Horace's voice said. Anywho, and somebody also commented on my Facebook group. And as I'm taping this Bedtime Stories episode right now, and oh boy, this is getting lucky. Remix Pump for calling my post. He's gone forever. Yeah, thank God for that. Anyway. Yeah, that's good. Anywho. What you see right here is, this whole thing seen here is about to be going off. So there you go, and it took Mickey, a whole time to make the meet Count Dracula. Next page. Anyway. Okay. Despite his creepy appearance, Count Dracula was actually the kindest Peruvian John had met. However, he was strangely fond of red peppers. Wow. And I got a message. Hang on. It's from Remix Plum. Sorry about I was in the middle of the movie presentation. Okay. You're fine. I'll meet with you as soon as I am done with 2 projects. Stand by. And I got another message. I want, the Apple's raising the price of Apple Music. Jesus. By $1, I have to tell Mom about this. And Apple TV Plus will be at $6.99 a month, just a heads up. Well, At least I had to tell Mom about this for my government money sales. Okay, let's continue doing bedtime stories. Anywho. Help yourself, my peppers are so juicy, the Count says, offering some for Jonathan, who politely declined. Jesus. Dracula took out his pen and started signing. Okay. Jonathan asked Count Dracula he was planning on to move to London. Yes, people there are so much neighbor than with the people here. The Count answered with the senator smile. Well, I don't know what to do next between Count and other things like that, you know, makes more sense anyway, so there you go. Next page. Anyway, when all the contracts were signed, Jarman showed up to exit. Dracula stopped him, putting a bowl and soup under his nose. Jesus. It was red and smelled of pepper. Anywho, old shoes, moldy closets, and mud. Sorry, but I love to taste your soup, but I must get back in your fiance's mini in London. Thank you. Anyway, Jarvan said. Anyway, he showed the Count a nice portrait of Minnie Mousy, who was on her best friend Daisy Wesendock. Okay? When Jarvan told him that Daisy loved red peppers. Wow. Dragon's eyes sparkled in a scary way. I must go now, Jarvan said, trying to exit again, but the Count stopped him. Jesus. You'll stay here until you eat my soup. Dude, shut up. You don't know how it's not Dracula's idea. It was Jarvan's idea to leave. Jesus. Anyway, he ordered, locking Jarvan inside a bedroom with only red pajamas. Why even bother showing red pajamas in this one? Okay. Next page. Anyway, John was trapped. One day, Jarvan was thinking about escaping. When someone outside caught his eyes, the Count seems to be preparing to leave for London. I don't know what about this. Loan is culture with huge crates full of souls and red peppers. John has a feeling that Dracula was up to no good. However, his escape would be easier once the Count was gone. Convent the Wizard of Oz 1939 movie difference, ladies and gentlemen. Mickey's trapped. You know, Jarvan that is. Next page. Anyway, Dracula left that evening. Jesus. Without saying a word, from that window, Jarvan watched him drive away. He unlocked the door with a soup spoon and ran away as fast as he could. Meanwhile, the Count was on his way to London, planning to visit Daisy Wesendock. Jesus. A few nights later, Minnie was having dinner with Daisy, Dr. Arthur Duckwood, and Quincy Goofies. Okay? At Duckwood's house. Everyone was worried about Minnie since her fiancé, Jonathan, has disappeared. During dinner, Daisy was behaving strangely. Earlier that day, she had brought red peppers to the kitchen and said that cook, Mrs. Duckfield, made a strange red soup with them. Now Daisy was sorbing it greedily. Jesus, it was blood all along, wasn't it? You know? We'll just see what happens. Next page. Anyway. Now, What's wrong with her? Oliver whispered to Mindy. That brought smells like stinky feet. Mindy didn't know what was happening to her friend. When she turned to confront her, Daisy was exiting the room holding a spoon. Daisy, where you going? Mindy shouted. But her friend didn't answer. Unfortunately, a horrible surprise awaited them in the garden. Daisy was standing next to the dark feature that didn't recognize. The figure whispered something to Daisy to give her another pot of disgusting red soup. When Daisy turned toward them, her eyes looked like glowing red peppers. Now, it's not even real this time around with Dracula, so that is not even fair for us. Next page. Anyway. Well, who are you? May asked. Instead of answering, the Count bared his sparring fangs. And then swoosh, turned to a bat and flew away. Daisy didn't notice him, seamlessly hypnotized by a soup. Oliver called Dr. Horseworm, okay, who specialized to impossible cases. Daisy kept repeating the strange list of ingredients for the stinky soup. A few minutes after Minnie's put Daisy to bed, Oliver and Goofy's came in with Dr. Horseworm. Okay? The doctor went to the huge gargle collar around his neck. Don't cover your nose. The smell will save you and your friend, said the doctor. Exactly. You have to do something with this whole Dracula thing. So there you go at that. Next page. Anyway. Oh, come on. Move on. Horseworm checked Daisy's pepper-shaped eyes and pulled out the photo of Count Dracula. Jesus. This creature is Count Dracula, and he hypnotized Daisy with this red pepper soup. We can't do anything but prevent him from returning and taking her with him, the doctor explained. Suddenly, Jarvin burst into the room. Wow. I was a prisoner for weeks, but never ate his soup. That's how I managed to escape, he said. I think that Dracula has an obsession with peppers. We had to stop him before he had advertised everybody with his stinky soup. You know something? He was into the blood thing, you know, according to the A1930s horror films, you know. That's just me, of course, but this had to be stinky soup parts. It just stinks really bad. Next page. Anyway, the doctor explained that Dracula was actually a vampire that could transform into a bat. Jesus. He probably flew into Daisy's room last night and hypnotized her to be invested with soup. He said. He also explained that only garlic could help keep vampires away. It's the only thing that can neutralize Dracula's powers, the doctor added. Exactly. At least do something about vampires, you know, with the vampire bat, you know. That's just me. And Batman, of course. I'm Batman. Next page. Anyway, once the room was full of garlic, they devised a plan. I'll still have the addresses of the houses of the Count brought here. Maybe we'll find him at one of them, Jarman said. Then we'll cover him in garlic, destroy his powers, and send him back to Paralena, the doctor explained. They all agreed on the plan. Mrs. Duckfield promised to look after the Minnie and Daisy during the absence. Unfortunately, well, the journey was successful. When they reached the first house of 78 Crimson Road, The soul Dracula has turned into a giant pepper. God help me. The same happened at 33 Magenta Lane. Oh, God help me. Then John went and spotted all the peppers and saw the Count and his bought with them only those peppers that can make the red soup. Without them, the Count won't be able to appetize everyone, Horseward said. Yeah, that I cannot take anymore of this Dracula bullcrap. You know, that's just me, of course. Yeah, next page. Anyway, back at the villa, Bat Dracula approaches Daisy's window. Nothing will stop me at this time, he said. Well, yes, it will. Suddenly, a strong growly fragag assaulted him. Wow. Leaving him gasping. Garlic, I hate the smell, he screamed as he transferred back into a Count. Dracula will be still determined to reach Daisy and appetize Minnie. Wow. When he entered the kitchen, he bumped into Mrs. Duckfield. Excuse me, will you let you in? She scolded. Dracula speechless. Assassination gave her the chance to speak, quickly wrap him in a long garlic chain. Yuck, he cried, not fair. Yeah, thank you, Daisy. At least do something about this, you know? Try to let Dracula be trapped for some reason. Thank you. Next page. Anyway, upstairs, Minnie noticed that Daisy's eyes. Oh, is that Donald or what? Yeah, it is Scrooge. Okay, never mind. It's Dupfield. Excuse me. Okay, anyway. Upstairs, Minnie noticed that Daisy's eyes don't look like peppers anymore. Thank you. Where am I? What's that horrible smell? Daisy added, iterated. It's that red soup you love so much. Will you like a spoonful? Minnie asked. She was relieved that when Daisy refused it. Dracula's curse has been lifted. Garlic has saved them. Meanwhile, Jonathan, Arthur, Goofy, and the doctors hurried back to the house. They hadn't found Dracula and worried about me and Daisy. Horseward was sure that Dracula was returned to take Daisy. Faster. Goofy's shouted to the horses. Sorry about that, everyone. Is everyone held on tightly? But anyway, that was anything good enough to end this book. So there you go on that. Luckily, the heroes reached Arthur's house very quickly. They were surprised to see that the ladies had captured the Count and were celebrated with tea and sandwiches. As the doctors congratulated them, Arthur hugged Daisy. Wow, makes sense anyway. And promise me you're never going to eat red soup again, he told her. Don't worry, I prefer Mrs. Dupfield's garlic sandwiches, Daisy answered. Yeah, that horse, Baron's Dracula, is... Oh, I'm not going to say anything, but that's just me, and that's just good, anyway. And, John wanted to know about Dracula's intention. That's simple, the cow answered. I want to hypnotize everyone. If my plan will have worked, Jesus. The whole country will have been under my control. You ruined everything, he explained. You deserve it. Horace Warren took garlic flowers from his bags and sprinkled them on Dracula's head, making them sneeze. My powers, the Count screamed. All the guard will block your powers for a long time, the doctor said. Then he drove the Count back in his castle. Yep. Thank God that was over. So there you go on that. And, yeah, it was all just the ending of that dream. So there you go on that. A few days later, Jonathan and Minnie began writing the book about Dracula. Daisy continued eating garlic, and Mrs. Duckfield had discovered a new love for garlic and was studied lots of yummy recipes that would keep vampires away for a very long time. And that was it. So there you go on that. And that was basically the happy ending to the book. So that was Dracula featuring Mickey and Friends. What did I think about this book? I think it was amazing. And so far, this book was a successful book to read. I highly recommend you check it out. That was the Bedtime Stories episode number 230. I'm not sure what episode I'm on right now. Both who happens. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one's gonna be Bedtime Stories. Not sure what episode I'll be on at the moment. It's gonna be about little monsters, something like that. It's about Halloween, something like that. Till next time, Sue Jones and Bob so baby. We got more Bedtime Stories episodes, guys. We're still till Wednesday out. See ya.